In this video, we focus on how to read and understand the court papers that are used in a debt collection lawsuit. My name is Ben, and I work for the nonprofit Upsolve. We help people get out of debt and take control of their financial future. You can learn more about Upsolve by clicking the link in the description. This is the second video in our series on how to reply to a debt collection lawsuit without a lawyer. If you haven't already, check out our intro video on this topic. Okay, let's jump right in. If a debt collector sues you, they have to give you written notice of that lawsuit. Most often, this notice comes in the form of a summons and complaint. These documents help ensure that everybody is on the same page. Literally in this case, because the information about everybody will be on the same page. So what is a court summons? Well, a court summons is an official document that notifies you that you're being sued. The court summons contains a lot of important information, so read it carefully and keep it somewhere safe. Let's take a look at an actual summons from a Colorado court so you can see the type of information that it contains. First, the summons will tell you the names and the addresses of all of the parties in the lawsuit. The plaintiff is the person or the company who is suing you, and you are the defendant. The summons will also tell you the name and the location of the court where the lawsuit was filed. Knowing this helps you know where to send your reply, where to look for court forms and rules, and which court clerk to contact if you have questions about the forms or the procedures. Then, there are instructions and a deadline or timeline for filing your response to the lawsuit. And this is super important. If you don't respond to the lawsuit in time, you'll probably lose automatically, so make sure that you respond by the deadline. And finally, the summons should list the consequences of not responding. We'll talk more about these consequences in our next video, what happens if you don't respond to a debt lawsuit. Most courts, but not all, will also include a clear statement that you're being sued. For example, check out this New Jersey summons that clearly says, "You're being sued," in all caps at the top of the form. And some courts use more formal language to tell you that you're being sued. For example, this Indiana summons says, "You are hereby notified that you have been sued by the person named as plaintiff in the court indicated above." Talk about formal. This matters because some debt collectors will send forms that look like legal documents but actually aren't. And that's illegal in most states, by the way. But if it's actually from a court, the document should list the court's name, use the word summons, and provide some information to tell you that there's been a lawsuit filed against you. Okay, so now that you know what a summons is, let's talk about the next document that you'll receive in a debt lawsuit, the complaint. So what is a complaint? The main purpose of the complaint is to list the plaintiff, or the person suing you, claims against you. Here's an actual complaint from a Connecticut court. As you can see, it tells you who is suing you, how much they're suing you for, and why they're suing you. The plaintiff's claims against you, the reasons that they're suing you, are usually listed as numbered paragraphs in the complaint. Which is great because this essentially gives you a list of things to respond to in order when you respond to the complaint. We cover that response, called the answer, in the next video. Now, every court has their own unique rules for formatting and what they actually put on those documents, so the summons and complaint that you receive might look a little bit different than the ones that we showed here. But regardless of what they look like, they should tell you the basics of the lawsuit. So that's who's suing you, what they're suing you for, and how long you have to reply to that lawsuit. But if any of that information is not clear, don't worry. You can find the phone number for the court on the summons form, you can call it, and you can ask the court clerk to clarify any information that you don't understand. Now that you understand these documents, if you decide that you want additional legal guidance, check out the link in the description to see if you can find free or low-cost legal help near you. You can also visit upsolve.org to learn more about your rights in the debt collection process and to see if you're eligible for our free help.